Welcome back to another edition of the Dan Gets Rich Triathlon and Endurance Sports Podcast. Today is Tuesday, March the 22nd, and this is episode number 3 of season number 4. Please follow us on our social medias at Dan Gets Rich on the Instagram and the Facebook, and please hit that subscribe button on whatever platform you consume your podcast. My name is Richard Parks, and I am in command of this train, but the engineer is my good friend Daniel King Dan Cole. What's up, Dan?
What's going on, Rich? You are fired up tonight. You just came straight off the pickleball court. You're still red, still sweaty, and you are ready to go.
I took a hot shower, and I feel like I put on a red shirt, a red hat, and I got a red face. I'm glowing in here.
I love it. You got your base hat. So I guess the question is, were you practicing or are you winning tonight?
I was playing. I played with some people today, and I won some. I lost some. Pickleball is like most sports, Dan. Some days you feel like you're going to be an Olympian. You're probably going to make the Olympic team. And the next day you go out and you're just think that you can't do anything right. It's just like triathlon. You go out for a run one day, you think you're going to set records. The next day you go out and you feel like you can't make it to the end of the street. And today was somewhere in between. So yeah, I played really, really well yesterday. So you go out today, you're like, oh, I'm going to, kill these guys, and somewhere in between.
I got you. You win some, you lose some. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Is that the
moniker we're going for?
No, what's like what
sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Is that that's a Mounds and Almond Joy commercial.
Do you like Mounds and Almond Joy? Would that be a preferential? Yeah.
No, I don't like to shave coconut in that. Like if I'm gonna go candy bar, I'm going Milky Way. I like the caramel, the nougat mixed with the chocolate. That's what I'm going with.
No crunch. You just like it just to bite right through it.
Yeah, I'm not. Although I'm not saying no crunch at all the times, because I'll do a Butterfinger if it's there. I mean, I'm not going to turn that down.
You're not going to turn down a Butterfinger. Yeah. How about a Snickers?
Yeah, I'll do a Snickers, but if it was my choice, I'm definitely going to take a Milky Way over that.
Okay. I would probably be Snickers number 1. Reese's peanut butter cup number 2.
Oh, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Reese's. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, that's
some people just Janine detests the peanut butter. She doesn't like peanut butter in any form with anything, even if you put it with chocolate. So no, I know it's.
What is wrong with her?
She's a psycho. She's psycho.
Yeah, I'm calling for an intervention right now, because that is absolutely ridiculous. First of all, that you don't like Reese's. Second of all, that you don't like peanut butter at all. Last night, I came home and I got home late from work. You know what I had for dinner? A couple scoops of peanut butter.
Yes.
I just ate that for dinner. That's right out of the jar.
People that don't like peanut butter, maybe can't be trusted, Dan.
I don't think they can be. I don't think they can be.
Know.
So when you make a peanut butter and jelly, sandwich,
right now.
It probably is. When you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, are you lathering that thing with a slew of peanut butter?
So thick.
Yeah.
And so when I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, my dog knows that he gets to lick the knife when I'm done, and he literally starts drooling onto the floor. Like Pavlov's dog. He just starts drooling because
he knows once you crack that top, you're good. Yeah. He's in.
100%. And so Janine won't even wash the knife. If the knife is in the sink, she's not even touching that. So I gotta get my dog to clean it up for us.
You're a big peanut butter guy. I love to put so much peanut butter on the bread that my sandwich weighs like 2 pounds. Are you a big jelly guy too? Ooh. I love tons of jelly on it too.
Jelly, not jam. Jam is a communist. I can't trust anybody that has jam. Got to be jelly. Great.
What's the difference? I don't even know what the difference is.
I don't either. One has a different consistency, and I don't.
If you could,
it's a consistency.
What's the difference?
One's jam and one's jelly. I don't know. So Joel Strickland, tell us the difference between jelly and jam. I know you're listening.
What about preserve?
Yeah,
what about preserves? Is there a thing? Isn't there a jelly preserve or something like that? No, I don't know.
Apricot or when you say preserves, I'm thinking apricot for some reason. An apricot preserve.
I am a blackberry jelly or grape jelly person.
Definitely grape. I would go blackberry if it was the only thing in the house. You know, I would go blackberry, but I'm not going to purchase that at the store if there's grape on the shelves.
Are you a toasted
white bread too? White.
Oh,
no.
I'll do wheat bread. I lost you right there.
No. Yeah. White bread, like the bread that has no nutritional value at all. I want bread that has zero nutritional value.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Are you you toast your bread? Do you put butter on before you put the peanut butter?
No.
If you've never tried that, if you've never tried butter on the bread and then peanut butter, you got to try it, buddy. I'm going to change your life tonight.
I'm going to try it. Butter. How many times have you said that, Dan?
What, that I'm going to change your life?
I'm going to change your life tonight. This is the night you're going to remember.
Anybody that's going to listen.
Anyone. So you're telling me I get wheat bread, I butter it, and then toast it, and then put peanut butter on, and then toast it again?
You toast the bread first, then you put the butter on, and while the butter is melting into the bread, you slather it with a bunch of peanut butter, throw the jelly on the other side. It's the little bit of butter consistency, man. It just brings out the entire sandwich. I don't know if anybody's listening right now, but someone has got to be on board with me.
We're going butter or country crock?
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
No, country crock spreads really well. You get butter, you might have to, it might not spread well.
Do you? My issue, I like soft. I like I like it where you get the stick butter that you put in the fridge, and you have to work so hard just to get like a little square off that thing. Like I want the tub. I just want to work straight out of the tub.
Yeah. It's like when you go to a breakfast bar and they've got frozen butter in those little squares, and you try to spread that on your toast, and it just breaks the toast up. It's terrible.
Oh man, that is definitely the worst for sure. Since we're
8 minutes in,
we're 8 minutes in, and we've talked about peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Yes, this is an endurance sport.
Hey, I do want to announce our first sponsor is Celsius. Celsius Energy Drink is our first sponsor. They make a sparkling energy drink. They have zero sugar. Live Fit Celsius.
Do they know they're a sponsor of our show?
No, not at all.
Of course not.
But I'm having them, and I'm addicted to them. So Celsius, if you're out there, it's delicious. It tastes good. Like I said, it's a sparkling energy drink. It's got essential energy, accelerates metabolisms, burns body fat, all the things you want. There's a little picture of a person riding a bicycle and a person running on it.
Right there you go. What could be better than that? Have you tried
the peach? They're delicious.
Have you tried the peach vibe?
Is it made by Celsius?
Yes.
I don't know that. No, I've just had the orange.
Oh man, you're missing out. They got they have like a kiwi strawberry. They got a peach vibe. They got
like that one.
Yeah, I think they have watermelon.
I'm gonna write that
they
down.
got the regular orange. Yeah, you need to go in.
Ooh.
You know what would be good with that? Vodka.
So if you filled that up, the first time I had this was at a pickleball tournament, and they had a cooler full of them there. They actually were a sponsor of those guys, not us. They were a sponsor for those guys, and they had a cooler of them, and there were people that were indulging in some adult beverages mixed with the Celsius energy drink during the day. So I've seen that represented.
Yes, you have the upper and downer together. It evens everything out. You're good.
What a great combination.
A lot in the sports world has happened since we've been on. I know we've taken 2 weeks off.
Wait. We have, but wait. We have to say something more important. A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks, but the most important thing that happened was it was your birthday, Dan. I know you don't like to bring. I know you don't like to highlight your birthday, but I like to highlight anything that you don't like to highlight. So happy birthday, Dan.
Thanks, buddy. It's I'm getting old, man. 44. Whew.
I was going to ask you how old you are. You don't look a day over 60. I tell you what.
Well, thank you. Look at all the gray on the side there. Yeah. It's
your hair
it's coming in very nicely. Oh, well, thank you. It's getting really long right now. That's 3 weeks in a row you've mentioned my hair.
It's look good for 3 weeks in a row, man.
It's got to be the gel.
It has to be. What kind of gel are you using?
It's like you can get it at the grocery store. I think it's called like Cremo, Cremo. It's like some I don't know, stylish. It comes in the little like hockey puck shaped container.
Okay. Yeah. Anything in hockey puck shaped container is expensive and it's good. It's good marketing.
Yeah, you think you're getting more bang for your buck. You're like, oh, this is more sophisticated. It's coming in a different tube. Yeah,
sure. It's not a tube. It's a hockey puck. Not a tube at all.
It is almost hockey playoffs. And Rich, big news. Obviously, since the last time we came on, we were talking about whether or not baseball is going to die or not. I'm happy to see that baseball will live another year. Yeah.
Yes.
Baseball's back, baby.
Baseball's back. We'd actually put it 6 feet under last time. I think we were here. I put it to rest.
We were about ready to. I said if they could not figure it out, and they couldn't at least have 80 games in the season, they were baseball was going to die. So glad to see baseball's back, and a lot of things happening. The players happened, for people in Northeast Florida since the last time we were on. Did you go out to the players this year?
I did not. I didn't go to the players. I do know that they had some rough weather the first couple of days, Thursday, Friday. I think even into Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Saturday was okay. But they had some really rough weather, and they ended up finishing on Monday. Is that what happened?
They did. It took like all day on Monday. It was insanity. I mean, they went like 2.5 days with no golf. I mean, it was, and the people that went out. So obviously it's in waves. So if you start Thursday morning, you play Friday afternoon, and if you vice versa. So if you go late on Thursday, you're early on Friday. So the people that went out early on Thursday, boom, the wind wasn't blowing. I mean, it was pretty decent. I think it was raining a little bit. The rains came in like Thursday late afternoon and absolutely poured. So all the people that went out late Thursday, early Friday, the people, I think they actually got full rained out on Friday maybe and had to go out Saturday. The wind was blowing like 40 miles and a gust of 40 miles an hour, sustained 25 miles an hour. Then on Sunday, you go out early on Sunday, it was about 32 degrees with the real field temperature of 27. It was every single possible condition that you could have endured over the course of 4 days. You got here at the Players Championship this year.
That's Florida. We've talked about it many times. That's Florida. If you don't like the weather, wait a few minutes because it's going to change. That was what the big thing was. Overnight, the one night it woke up the next morning, it was freezing outside. It was like 30, like you said, 36 degrees or something like that. And the couple of days before was 80. So I did. I thought it was a funny evening. A kid from Jacksonville, Florida, won it.
Well, he lives now in Jacksonville, but he's not from there. I think he
lives here. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's from Australia. Cameron Smith ended up coming from behind and winning. So good on him. He was in the mix, and Sam Burns was in there.
He looks like he fits into the wet. He looks like he fits into the West Side here.
Yeah,
With
he's
that
got
little
the
mustache,
mullet.
and
He's
he's
got
got
the
kind of
mullet
the
with the
mullet thing going on. Yeah,
dirty mustache. Yeah, he'll fit right in
yeah,
there. Yeah.
fit right in here in Jacksonville, baby. That's our look. That's what we go for.
He doesn't have the hockey hair. That is true, like redneck mullet hair.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
it.
really like stringy hair, Joe Dirte hair or something like
That
that.
is, he was Joe Dirt, no doubt.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fantastic. That's good stuff. I watched the one day when the winds were just howling out of the west, and I imagine most of the balls on 17 went in the water. I mean, I watched two groups come through, and every ball went in the water.
You know how hard when it's blowing straight east west and you're trying to hit a ball onto 130 yards out and the wind's blowing 40 and you never know. So you get the gusts. You could be on the tee, anticipating 25, 30 mile an hour winds. It drops to 10, or all of a sudden it goes from 15 to 40 in your swing. I mean, you can't judge that. I mean, there were so many balls in the water. It's nice to see pros look average, even though the wind conditions are and course conditions are way out of their control. But it was unbelievable. My stepdad calls me right before the player starts, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys gonna have some rough weather down here." I said, "Yeah, I'd actually be shocked if people shot on their par, because it just looked like it was gonna be windy and wet and just terrible the whole weekend." And of course, then these guys are going out, shooting 10 under par. It's like, you don't realize how good they are until you get in certain conditions out there and watch the pros go at it.
So a couple of years ago, I guess, I don't know if it's last year or 2 years ago, the TPC, the golf course out there, they scraped all the grass off, all the fairways and greens, and put like 3 feet of sand below it for the drainage, to improve the drainage. They showed some of the shots of that course in the overnight, and there was standing water on the entire fairways, the entire green, standing water, and several hours later they were dry.
Yeah, it was the drainage system that they have there is unbelievable. And I can't believe how crisp, I mean, the greens, they got those. I mean, they were literally standing water on the greens. Yeah. Absolutely insanity. But yeah, it was, I didn't go out there this year. But it's, I enjoy watching it on TV. Sometimes you miss stuff when you're there, and it's how much money in beer sales did they lose this year?
Yeah, but I mean, even if people weren't drinking there, they were drinking somewhere. I heard all the bars and all the restaurants around, just middle of the day, were just packed full of golf people that were going to be at the golf course, because so they were somewhere else. One thing that just amazes me about that is that course was built to be a stadium course, with the big stadium berms all the way around. It's a stadium course, but the structures that they build just for that week, lift that water up again. Lift that up again, Dan.
Yeah, you can see through it. You can see through that.
Turn it over.
Yeah, you can see right through that.
You can see like a there was like a scene, like a.
Hold on, maybe it was the.
See that? No, it's something going on.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's a desk. I see a desk.
Yeah,
that's that. That's the fireplace.
That is the fireplace. Look at. If I go up, look, there's the coffee table right there. Where
I know it's a coffee table. Is that not in your office? I don't know why this entertains us so much. There's some sort of weird green screen voodoo thing that goes on at Dan's office when he's over there. But what amazes me is the structures that they build just for that week. I mean, they've got 4-story VIP boxes built just for that weekend.
Just for
it's
that
absolutely unbelievable to me.
It is. It takes them months to put up and months to tear down, and they use them for 1 week.
How long it took.
I want to say they probably start building those up probably 3 months before the tournament,
and then sell them out, right? corporate
Sell them out.
sponsors?
Sell them out. Bring the money in for the couple days.
Yeah, I saw some people that did have some corporate sponsorships, and they were showing off the videos from all the shrimp this big and the prawns looking like cocktail shrimp the size of your head, in the boxes. A lot of good food, a lot of people indulging.
Well, yeah, what else are you going to do when it's pouring rain out there and you got a ticket and you're like, well, hell, I may as well just drink all day and eat the good food and eat shrimp. Exactly.
Perfect. Hey, I did see your boys back.
Who's that?
Tom Brady.
He can't stay away, baby. Can't stay away.
Boys back. I thought of you right when I heard that. I was like, oh, man, that kid can't get enough.
Listen, he played at an elite level last year. He had a great team. They just had some injuries last year. I think they definitely would have gone to the Super Bowl if they had all been healthy. Why not make another run at it, right? You want to get to that 8th championship. We'll see what happens. I like the Pats team. I think we're going to be good this year, but yeah, it's as I said, until I hear it from Brady's mouth, I'm not buying it. Right?
You're not sold yet?
He sent out a tweet saying, I'm retiring, but never actually said it. And then there was another when he tweeted, and it was the back of Giselle with his 2 kids walking into a stadium, and Sky goes, "Is that Giselle walking into the stadium or walking away from Tom because he's going back to play football?"
I did see there were a lot of good memes going around. One of them, just kind of I guess they had been on vacation in Costa Rica for a while with Giselle and his family, his kids. I don't know how many kids they have, whatever. But and he was down there with her and said, "Man, I got to get away from this bitch. I got to go play football again."
Yeah, I saw like either he really misses football or he really does not. He can only spend so much time with your family. I mean, that's the thing. You get sick of your family after a while, right? You gotta. I can only spend so much time with you people.
I adore my wife. Yeah. Not me. I love my wife.
Not me, Richie. Oh. No. Richie Pickles.
Yeah, no.
You don't like being
no alone? Good for them. Good. Yeah, I love being alone. I'm my favorite person that I know. I really am.
I could be alone.
I get along with me better than anyone else.
I don't know where you're going,
but I do love a gathering. No, I do love a gathering.
Oh no!
Speaking of gatherings, we got Podfest coming up, and I last couple times we were invited to podcasts from our friends from Buzzsprout. And I haven't seen an invitation yet.
Don't they know we're 4 years in? I mean, we could be hosting Podfest at this point.
4 years in. We wish we would be ballers at that roundtable event.
I want to go back. We need to go back to that roundtable again. And if we walked in there and said we had a podcast for 4 years, people, they would be rolling out the red carpet for us. Yes. They would say, what microphones are you using?
Goodness.
What can we give you to help enhance your podcast is what they would be telling us.
Yes, because ours is so good. Our production value is so good. We've got these $100 microphones from Amazon.
But you know what that means?
You still have the nice stand. Mine broke.
You broke your boom stand? Hey,
I did buy it.
$25. I did buy it.
I did buy a new camera. Next week I'll have a Mevo camera go. What? No,
it looks like a rangefinder.
No, it's a camera. It does, doesn't it? It's a Mevo. It's called Mevo. I got 3 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna put all angles.
Oh, are you going high tech? Are you going high tech on us?
Yes, I might be starting 8. I will not be wearing pants. I'm not wearing pants now. To be
perfect,
complete transparency, I'm not wearing pants right now. I may or may not.
Our viewership just went up.
Yeah, people want to see me with no pants. Definitely.
Hey,
so happy birthday! We got through that. We had Podfest. Are we not getting invited to Podfest? Are we? Have we established?
Apparently
this?
not. Maybe we just need to storm the fort.
Do you get emails from Podfest from the Buzzsprout, or is that me? One of us pays for one.
No, you do
because you're StreamYard. I pay for Podfest.
I pay for StreamYard. You pay for Buzzsprout. Yep. It's on you.
How much is StreamYard?
I think I pay.
How much is StreamYard?
$30 a month, maybe.
Yeah, that's about what Buzzsprout is.
Well, did you?
So we go backwards.
Did you? Yeah.
I have no idea. I haven't looked at my bank statement in 7 years. I have no earthly idea what I pay for anything.
We're $700 in minus all of our equipment.
I have no idea how much money I do or don't have. I have no idea. I just go and spend it, and there's always seems to be some there. No, so I have no idea. I think it's about $30. But I do get emails from Buzzsprout, and I haven't seen anything. Last couple of times they're like, "Welcome, we're going to pay for your Podfest, yay!" But I imagine the first year we went was 4 years ago, 4 years ago. And there wasn't many people doing podcasts as I mean, there was a lot of people doing podcasts, but not many as there are now. Seems like everybody.
No, there was whoa. Let's read it. There was a lot of people talking about doing podcasts.
Correct.
Not actually doing them. Yes.
Correct. Yes, they were all planning podcasts. We're like, come on, just put a mic.
Just plug your mic in and frickin' talk. Speaking of watching some of the pros, obviously we're pros of podcasting, but Clash Miami, did you see those? Did you see the results down there? Our good friend Bill Christie ran a great event down there a couple of weeks ago. Although
tell me a story about that, because I meant to follow up on that and I didn't. I'm kicking myself for that. Tell me a story.
So, well, I mean, I don't really have a story about it.
I want a story. I want a whole story.
Do you just want me to make one up? Because I don't really have a story. But anyway, so it was on back-to-back. So Iron Fam, obviously Sam Crozier and his brother, they were supposed to do Claremont that weekend. That's on the Saturday. Clash Clash Miami is on that Sunday. So they were going to do the double, the back-to-back 70.3s. Unfortunately, because of the weather, the Claremont got rained out. So they went down, raced at down in Miami, and it was hot down there. Early season hot in Miami. And if it's a technical course down there. They talked about how technical it is, and the run course is pretty hot. But our good friend, right before we got on, I said, "Are you taking Sam Long or are you taking the field?" Just like we used to do with Tiger, right? And you took the field, and you were wrong. It was Sam Long. Sam Long. Yo, yo, yo. Taking it to everybody. And so Americans actually swept the podium. Sam Long came in first, Jason West second, Ben Canute in third. And it was pretty fun. I saw some of the pieces of it they were doing it on Facebook Live, and I was watching some of it. And man, it is, I mean, how fast they cycle on technical courses, and then how fast they run in heat conditions. I know we talk about this all the time. It's amazing that no matter what the conditions are, it doesn't affect their performance, not one bit. They still bike just as fast, no matter how windy and how technical it is, and they still run the same. It's amazing. Well, I'm out there dying as soon as it's above 50 degrees. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, do you think that we have these built-in excuses and they just put those to the side and they're going to run and ride how they're going to run and ride and not fall back on those excuses? Hey, it's hot. Let's go.
Do you think when they listen to all the excuses that age group athletes do, because listen, triathletes will come up with every possible excuse for any reason about why they did not hit some performance metric that they established themselves. Let's be honest, like nobody's setting a bar for me to go out and race except for me. And then I'm going to have my own excuse about why I didn't meet my goal.
We've talked about this, the pre-excuses, the preemptive excuses. There's excuses before the race to validate why you didn't have a good race. So yeah, they must look at those guys and go, oh my gosh, it's going to be windy, it's going to be rainy, it's going to be hot. These are things you're going to have to deal with. So triathletes can be bitches.
They are not like, you will spend you have no qualms spending $12,000 on your bike, and then you're going to complain if it's a little windy out there.
It's going to be windy. It's going to be hot. Windy. You're in Miami. You're in South Florida. It's going to be windy, and it might be real hot. It's definitely going to be windy. It's always windy down there.
It's always hot down there.
Yeah, it's always hot down there.
No matter what.
You signed up for a race in South Florida.
Yeah. You know what the conditions are going to be. Anyway, so congratulations to Sam Long. Ashley Gentle took home the women's over Pamela Oliveira and Mahas Stage Nielsen. And so good on them for taking those wins out there. I saw their run pace. Sam Long ran a 5:26 pace. I could probably run that for, 30 seconds.
Yeah, your 100-meter run is 5:26.
And then I'm dying.
Then I did see you've been out running. You've been running some races. You've been out in the mix. I hear that.
Yeah. You hear things. Yeah, you hear things. Okay.
Word on the street. Am I wrong?
No, I went down to Tomoka and raced the half marathon this past weekend.
Yeah.
And just like any good triathlete or runner, it was so hot and windy. It was miserable out there. I felt like shit. I wanted to quit after mile 2. There wasn't enough water out there. I weigh too much. My feet hurt. My legs hurt. What else can I throw
too much. My gel is dripping into my eyes.
The race started at 6 a.m. and I prefer 7. I mean, what else can I go with? Anyway,
let's get another one.
Thank God I only ran the half. I felt so bad for everybody that was running the full out there. It was absolutely misery. Leading up to that race, it was like at the beginning of the week, I was looking at the temperatures and I was like, oh, it's going to be low of 60, high of 72. And then I look Tuesday and I'm like, oh, it's going to be low of 65, high of 75. Wednesday, Thursday. By the time Friday came, it was like the low of 70 with a high of 90 and the winds were blowing 20 miles an hour. I was like, what the fuck just happened in the course of the past few days? Anyway, I woke up Saturday morning. I look at my phone and see that the temperature it was like 4:00 in the morning and the temperature was already like 77 and it was 98% humidity. And I was like, this is going to be terrible.
Maybe my alarm won't go off.
I was really hoping. So this was my mindset. I got to the start, and when you start the race, the marathoners went off first, and then the half marathoners went off. It was about 30 minutes later, and you first run down this really dark, because it's now that we had time change, it's dark, right? So it doesn't get light till 7:30, sometime around there. So when I'm starting the race at 6:30, it's pitch black out. You run down this really narrow road that has no lights on it. And so as I'm running, I'm standing there at the race, and all of a sudden the guy goes, and go, right? So everybody's like, scrambling to cross the start line. When I start and cross the start line, I am literally behind the 2:30 half marathon pace group, which,
nice.
Do the math on that is, they're walkers at that point. So I'm on this really narrow road with no lights on it. And I'm running in someone's front yard. I'm off the road, trying to navigate. Trying to navigate my way around. And about 3 minutes into the run, I'm like, maybe I'll just twist my ankle and I'm not going to need to run.
Yes.
That is literally, I was literally hoping that I was going to hit the side of the pavement, twist my ankle, and I could be done.
If there's enough swelling, I can get away with stopping. No one will think
Yes.
badly of me. I had to
No
run
one
up in
will
the
think
yard.
bad if
I twisted my
that's
ankle
right.
on a sprinkler head. There's considerable amount of swelling. I hobble back. It's still dark outside. I ice it down for a few minutes. I get myself a cold Celsius. I put the vodka in it, and I have a good day.
And I wait for everybody else to finish, and I say, "Man, I don't know how you do that. It really sucked out there."
That looked terrible.
So that looked terrible out there. So as I'm
So
as I'm
you did
running,
finish,
it,
and you
I
ran well.
I ran okay. I didn't run as fast as I wanted to or as well as I wanted
Okay.
to, but my I, when your goals go out the window and you're like, fuck it, I just want to finish. I don't give a shit about anything after that. I was kind of at that point at mile 2. And there was a 5K turnaround. I really wanted to just turn around there and go home, but it was an out and back. So you're 7 miles out and then you turn around and you got to come back. So I turned around at mile
That
7.
turnaround is so far too. You're like, where is the turnaround? You come
Yes.
around another turn and it's got to be here. And you're like, where is it?
For sure. So so if you're running down in Ormond Beach, there's the bridge you run over, and then you run out and you run through the state park. That's exactly what I was saying. So it had rained the night before. You're on a dirt trail. It was a little soggy, standing water out there, and my legs just felt so. I'm sloshing through. Well, not sloshing, I shouldn't say, but I was, I weigh more than your average athlete, so I'm sinking a little bit,
Very heavy.
And, yeah, I'm very heavy. I'm a double Clydesdale, and I'm like, every time you make a turn, I'm like, where the hell is this turnaround? I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, I'm past 6.5 miles. I should be turning around. Nope. 6.75. Where am I going? Finally, at like right after 7 is the turnaround. I'm like, thank freaking God. So I can turn around and come back. And so then I got to mile 8 and I was like, I feel so bad right now. You had a straight headwind. You had a headwind the entire way back. So you were overheating on your way out because you had the tailwind, and then coming back, you had to face the headwind. And I was not a happy camper. So I was slowing my pace at this point, and I was like, just don't walk. That's what I kept telling myself every half mile. Just don't walk. Like I was basically saying, don't be the P word.
Bitch.
Just just kind of suck it up and yeah. And so yeah, I ran the entire way. So that I was happy about that. And yeah. That's about all I can say. I was glad it was done when it was over with. Although there was one good thing that came out of it. So I, remember how we talked about how much salt I always lose, and I was trying to figure out. Yeah. So I filled a little flask with it was 8 or 10 ounces of water that I carried with me. I put 6,000 milligrams of sodium in it. So it was very, very potent. When you took a sip, I mean, enough to pucker your lips. It was.
So you're just taking little tips of it, little hits of it.
All I could take was like one little tiny sip of it, and then I'd have to do this, get it down. It was one of those things that just immediately. It was like having something really sour, and it just and. So yeah, I was able to make it through, and there was no cramping. So I don't know. Maybe it was a good stepping stone in the heat to be able to make it through. And even though I wanted to quit, I didn't quit, and and the salt seemed to be okay. So I was happy with that.
Well, good.
Yeah,
There was a bunch of people down there from Stellar Endurance.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I want to say we probably. I want to say maybe eight people down there from Stellar running. And funny story. So Peter, who's down in the Daytona crew, he owns the running elements of Ocala. That he was running in these new, kind of like the 4%er with the Nikes. Only he was running in the Asics version of them, I think. Well, apparently that was like his first race he had run in those shoes.
Carried him across the finish line.
He carried his shoes across the finish line. How funny is that? He said he walked barefoot for the last 2 miles with no shoes on.
All I could think about, I know that Juan from Running Elements always posts like shoes of the day. I'm like, shoes of the day, the ones you carry across the finish line,
Not too proud to carry those things.
No.
Hey, did you notice? I got to call Juan out. There was like, obviously, you've seen the shoe of the day. There was like last week. He takes the picture of him flexing his calves with the shoe on. Did you see that picture?
I don't know if I saw that. He does have nice calves. I got to give it to him.
He took the Sam Frederick picture of his shoes. So for all those people, that's an inside joke for people on there. So that's yeah. Anyway, so good on
the Sam Frederick view of his calf. So
that's
yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, hey, if you're gonna take a picture of your shoes, highlight your calves.
Right,
but if you've got legs that short, your calf muscles. If you got legs that short, your calf muscles look really big.
Why? Because you're like scrunched down.
Yes. You ever see the guys in the gym that are 5'7"? They got biceps out to they're just humongous. I'm like, your bicep is in this little spot. You know, Dan, look how long your arm is.
Yeah,
think about if your bicep was in half that. It would look huge. You'd look like you'd be like Mr. America.
So I'd have 2 pipe cleaners instead of 1 pipe cleaner in width of arm. Is
yes.
that? Yes. Very nice. Very nice.
You do have massive
All right.
arm. Hey, what is the lanyard? What is the little lanyard around your neck there? What do you
Oh,
got?
that's yeah. I haven't even made it out. That's my work.
Is that your
work
key
badge.
to get in the office?
That's my key to get in the office.
Oh,
yep.
Geez.
Yeah. I know. We're on lockdown up here.
Are you?
Hey, so again, I know
very highly sensitive information going on up there.
That's right. Well, I got to archive all of our episodes. I got to keep them under lock and key. So I mean, it's very, very high.
Yes,
highly,
don't let anybody get those.
That's right. Can't let anybody touch those. But so starting the season, we talk about Sam Long. We both like his charismatic attitude. Saw that he went down to do Challenge Puerto Veras, and he went 2 for 2. Man, he's threw down 2 wins and 2 starts to his new season. So good on him.
So where was this? In Mexico?
Puerto Veras.
Puerto Veras?
I don't know where that's at. I'm going to say it's probably somewhere. We always say we're bad with geography. I don't know where it's at. I'm just going to go with whatever you say. Yeah. Okay.
Puerto Veras sounds like it's going to be in Mexico. I'm going to go Mexico.
Okay.
Good job, Sam Long, winning the Puerto Veras, Mexico triathlon. Good for you.
I'm sad that Joel's not on here to correct us for all the things that we're saying wrong. But anyway, he posted on Facebook. He rode the course was 57 miles. 2,500 feet of climb. He rode 27.6 miles an hour with an average of 350 watts for cycling. So if for all those cyclists out there, most people are like, man, I really killed it. I pushed 200 watts. He's like doing almost double what you're doing out there, right? Like you do 350 watts, you feel like your legs are going to explode. And he just did it for, 2 hours.
That's insane. That's insanity. Those guys are a different breed.
Yeah, it's absolutely insanity what they do. It's but good on him, 2 for 2. So I'm sure Trek is very happy. He's on the new ride there now. So good on them. I also saw that Abu Dhabi is now hosting the World Triathlon Championships. They were supposed to be in Bermuda, and then COVID came for 2 years. Bermuda kind of got screwed. Like they were supposed to hold the championship, and then they didn't get to, and now it's not there anymore.
So they were going to have the championships.
Bermuda.
Didn't get to have it because of the COVID, and now they moved it to Abu Dhabi.
That's correct.
I'm guessing Abu Dhabi has more resources than Bermuda.
Yes.
Just guess.
I think Abu Dhabi has more 8-star hotels than anywhere in the world. And we had this conversation. What differentiates a 4-star hotel from an 8-star? I don't know. Maybe their toilet bowls are lined with gold. I don't know.
There's actually an 8-star, huh? Oh, look, there's the fireplace again.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I love that. Every time you lift that bottle, I can see the house that you live in, supposedly.
That's in my alter world that I.
There was a time when I liked to go to nice restaurants, like really nice restaurants.
And now
And
you're a Sonny's guy.
no, I mean, if you give me a fried fish platter down at Safe Harbor, I'm happy. You give me a good chicken wing, I'm happy. I don't need to go and sit down and have this 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 star meal. I don't need that anymore. But there was a time when I definitely liked that. I'm okay with that. Not having that anymore.
But you still enjoy a good steak. You've said that before. We've talked about different steak places. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're good.
But I don't. Yeah. I think I don't. I mean, Ruth's Chris's or something like that. I mean, that's just a good steak. I don't consider that like a 5 star, like fancy pants. You can go into Ruth's Chris in your blue jeans if you want.
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying it's a 5 star if you have to dress up to go in there.
Yeah, and they got white tablecloths. Well, I guess they got, Yeah. And when you got to eat a meal when you leave, when you have to eat a meal after you leave, you got to stop at Crystal's on the way home because you just spent $300 on a meal and you're still hungry. So you stop off at Crystal's. I don't need that.
Yeah, that's when you know you've gone and had an expensive dinner. Like when you go to Ruth Chris, they give you the steak and that's it. There's no sides. You pay 50, 60 bucks for it. Yeah, I know. You pay 50, 60 bucks for a steak and that's all that you get. And then you got to get the asparagus or the mashed potatoes. And that's another $15 on there on top of that. I mean, yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's do that right now. Let's go. Let's get up and go.
Should we do the podcast from Ruth Chris and ask them if they will comp our meal for us?
I used to know the general manager of the Roost down here in Ponte Vedra. I don't know if he's still there. I have to find out, but we could probably set something up. If he is there,
I think
we could definitely set something up.
I think we should just walk in with our mic and computers and say we need a table for 2. And
did corporate call you?
And we'd like your finest steak. They did not call me yet. No.
Corporate must have called you guys, right? We're here. We're Dan. I'm Rich. That's Dan. We're here. Corporate didn't tell you to set up the back table. They were supposed to call you.
Well, make sure that it's ready in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, because I'm going to want one of those tomahawk blackened, ribeyes. We're going to go on this with butter.
I'm gonna move to a different topic right now, and I haven't told you about this. I haven't told you about this, but I think you're gonna like it, right? We always talk about the different things that triathletes and runners do, right? I'm gonna call this segment, and we're gonna do one a week, right? Okay, so everybody that's listening right now, I want you to think after we talk about this segment. Think about something that you've seen or heard, and then email us or text us, and we'll talk about it on the next week's show. I'm calling this segment, Don't Be a Douche.
Wow. This seems like a segment I would set up. Not you.
Yes.
You're so politically correct.
Yeah, I'm not on this topic. So
don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche. This is the new segment. We're going to do this weekly, and we're going to talk about all the douchey things that triathletes do. Because Dan, let's be honest.
I've been looking for a good Dan Gets Rich podcast T-shirt, and I think a don't be a douche shirt is going to be perfect.
We need a don't be a douche shirt,
and we can sell them on our website. Do we have a website? I don't think.
Yeah,
we could probably sell them somewhere.
Well, we could sell them off to Stellar Endurance. Yeah, we could sell it off to Stellar Endurance or whatever.
Don't be a douche.
Don't be douche. Don't be a douche. And
all right.
So my first segment of douchiness that triathletes do. This you. I know. I know you can't take it. So one of my things is when I go out on a bike ride, typically we'll rotate through and or I'll pull and someone else will pull, and then you always notice there's people in the back that never pull, right? They never pull. They just sit in the back. They're la la la. Oh, this is great. I'm working real hard, or I'm riding faster than I've ever rode before. No, you're not. You're just drafting off someone that rides faster than you do, right? So at the end, let's just say you went on a 50-mile bike ride. You were pulled the entire way. Let's just 48 miles you've been pulled. You haven't pulled not one time. You have all this energy left, and you're like, where I'm going with this, right?
No, 100%,
what I'm gonna
man.
say, don't you?
100%.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
2 miles left on your ride. All of a sudden, the guy that's been sitting on someone's wheel for the entire time feels like he's winning the Tour de France and needs to take off solo and leave everybody and just assert his manliness or womanness of how amazing they are and how much energy they have, and do basically the douchiest thing that you can do on a bike ride is wait until the end of the ride, never help anybody, and then take off at the end. That is a douche move.
So let me get this straight. To be clear, I don't think it's a douche move at all to sit on the back of a wheel of a better rider. If you're going to sit on the back of the wheel, I think one thing that you do very well, Dan, I think that some of the other really good riders on Cellar Endurance do really well, is they pull riders in to that higher, riders that might be at this level. You guys pull them into this level and you say, grab a wheel. Let's go. And you pull them along and they can hang on your wheel all day. But that fact that at the last 2 miles, if they were to assert themselves and take off and break away, that would be a douchey move.
For sure. Listen, you can sit on my wheel all day long.
All day.
All day.
And you got a big wheel to sit on.
Yeah, I block all the wind. I'm like a big damn sail out there. Yeah.
And you don't mind doing that for riders that need to be pulled.
I don't mind that, not one bit.
Amen.
My issue would be if you felt the need to sprint me out at the end.
So has this happened recently?
I'm just saying in general. I'm not
so
saying
this has
anything
happened
at
recently.
All. I'm just saying.
Last Saturday when you rode, somebody broke away at the very
No. It wasn't like it was not. It wasn't anytime recent, but it has happened in the past. And it's for everybody has experienced this. When you watch that happen and that person does it, there is 100% that they say, "What a douche."
So you guys get back. He's already at the car. He's got his shoes off. He's sitting there. He's beating you by a minute and a half getting back in. He's like, "Where you been, guys?
Man, are you guys tired or something?"
That's hey, don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche.
Yes, I need. Okay, that's our new segment. Don't be a douche. And there are some personalities in the triathlon, in the multi-sport world that it's made up a lot of type A personalities, but they come from different areas. They come from, a lot of different personalities come together under one umbrella, and everybody's going to be trying to have one goal is to go out and train, but some people's ideas is going to be a little different than others. I don't know how to put this. There's a lot of different personalities, a lot of moving parts.
There are.
Don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche. Don't be a douche.
I look forward to the next week's episode and hearing what you have next week. I'm going to think of some things because I know I've got some.
I know you do. Listen, when you were training for your first Ironman Augusta, I'm sure you have stories where you're like, what a douche.
What is wrong with that guy?
That's right. Of course you did. Anyone that's been in triathlon for, I don't know, more than 30 seconds has a story of someone that did something douchey at one point.
like I said, I've ridden a lot with Dan and some of those guys, and they're very, very good riders, and they don't mind somebody pulling a wheel all day long. If
I
you want
will
to get on
literally
that wheel,
I will
get on
literally
that
pull
wheel.
somebody for 100
Yeah,
miles. I don't care. Just
yeah.
don't be a douche at the end.
Don't break away, and then post it on Instagram. Here they come.
I smoke these guys.
Smoke these guys. You know that I don't think I can say. There's a lot that goes on, a lot of personalities, and I hear it from all sides. Obviously, Janine's a very integral part. Man, I'm so proud of her. She won Masters pushing a chair last week in a run. She won Masters.
Why didn't we talk about that?
She doesn't want to talk about that. She doesn't. That's not her deal, man. I'm just so
You
proud
just
of her.
did.
I know. She's gonna be mad at me, but I'm so proud of her. She went out and she ran a good time, pushing a chair like a good time. And I'm just so happy for her to get back to where she is right now. Because there was a time several years ago where she made, and she's going to be so mad at me for talking about it. She made running an idol, and it was an idol for her for years and years and years. Her identity was running. And when she got broken down from a hip injury, she had hip replacement surgery. It made her pull back and see that that was the most important thing in her life, but it was important. And she's running for fun. She's back doing things. I'm just so proud of her, man. I can't even say enough about it.
And
I get emotional about it. I really
know.
do. It's because it's a big deal for her. It's a big deal for her to and we talk about running. We talk about endurance sports and being athletes and things like that. But you know, it's a big deal when she can get out and run and have fun and smile and still be quick and still be competitive. That's what we want, man. That's what we all want. And just to get the best out of ourselves. So I'm very proud of her.
No doubt. And sometimes you have the most fun when you have no expectations, when you actually go out there and do it for fun. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So many times we actually forget that we're not getting paid to go out there.
No,
we're paying to go
very
do
few
stuff.
are.
Right. So go out there and enjoy it. Do
Yeah.
things that are fun for you. And, you know, I always laugh at the people that they get so focused on one thing. And it's like, you know, oh, I can't do that. I got this one race. I can't do anything else. Why?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Hey, what happens when that goes away, when your hip gets blown out and that gets blown away and that's the only thing you have? Then you're empty, you know, and you know, just don't make it your idol. Don't make whatever sport you're into your idol. I do it with pickleball. Don't make it my idol. Don't make it that your idol. You know, be a complete person and be appreciative for where you are and the ability, the fact that we all have the ability to go out and participate in these sports and be active is a blessing.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, when things are taken away from you, then you realize, you know, how important they are to you. But then you focus on other things that are also important in your life as well. So yeah, no doubt about it. Good on that. And she came back. She's doing Ironman Chattanooga this year. Holy Moses!
Apparently so. She wanted redemption. I mean, she did Ironman Chat and they didn't have the swim, and she wanted redemption, and she'll get it. She's not going to stop. She's a tough bitch. She's going to go.
Yeah, you know, people said that when I did it, because we did it in 2018 when they didn't have the swim. You know what I say to that? Fuck it, man. I finished. I don't care. I finished everything that they had that day. I'm done. I don't want to do that. Of course.
She says that too. But she kind of thinks, you know, she's not an Ironman because of that.
I know. I gotcha. It was disappointing. Yeah. That river that year was, you wouldn't have been able to get out of the water. That thing was smoking. You would have done the swim in like 22 minutes.
It was disgusting. It had like logs that were from 100 miles upshore, you know, floating down the river. It was disgusting. It was crazy.
It was.
Yeah, they couldn't have it.
Absolutely insanity.
That's one time when they shouldn't have had the swim. They shouldn't race. You know, that was definitely for a good reason.
No doubt. Yeah. That's obviously we always talk about safety. Safety's priority out there. For all local people, Rich, real quick, we have the Coleman and Bachmann sprint race up in Jacksonville. So if you guys are looking for a fun local event, that is one of the best ones to go to. And also Game On, they closed down Mickler's. So they are actually, and I don't know if you saw this or not, but they are actually doing the race out of Volano Beach now, which is going to be it's going to be 1,000 times better than having it at Mickler's. No doubt about it.
Janine just asked me about that. I think we reserved campground down at Volano, and we're going to go camp down there. Where's the swim?
Well, I'm assuming it's in the ocean right there.
No.
Why not?
No, I think it's in Matanzas. I think it's in the inlet.
Is it? I don't know. I haven't seen, but all I know is that run venue is going to be way better. The traffic riding up and down A1A is going to be 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
You won't have the debacle of trying to get in and out of Mickler's open parking place where cars are trying to zoom by. Like absolutely insanity. So I'm so looking forward to that Volano. I hope they move it there permanently. I think that venue will be 1,000 times better.
I just look forward to. I don't know where they're going to swim is. I don't think it can be in the ocean right there. The ocean right there is crazy, because you got a bunch of you got the inlet coming out there. I don't think it's there. I bet it's in the Matanzas inlet. There's the. So yeah, so I'd let you know where the swim is. I don't know where it is. Well, Janine didn't know either. She just said
we'll let you know next time. We may or may not. We may or may not do the research. I don't know. We may just lie to you next time. We don't know.
Somebody let us know where the swim is. We're camping down there. They said the run is in a quaint Keys type neighborhood. So I guess it's right there at the tip of Volano. Great little neighborhood down there.
That little neighborhood where you're running by all those multi-million-dollar houses down there. That's going to be sweet.
That used to be a dump down there. Nobody wanted to live down there. Now you look down there, and it's like every house down there's.
So I ride my bike down. I ride my bike down there, and that's my little break. I do like that little 2-mile tool around that neighborhood. I just like looking at all the houses there. It's my little sanctuary. It feels like you're on vacation and you're like 20 minutes south of where you live. I mean, it's crazy.
Definitely. Yeah. Hey, we are blessed here in Northeast Florida. We've got some great riding. If you want to go, and great different variety of places to go. You go up to Fernandina, Sam's neck of the woods up there. It's fantastic. It's beautiful up there. And you go down to St. Augustine, Volano. We definitely, the riding is not safe, but the scenery is beautiful. So if you're willing to risk your life,
if you want to go ride somewhere safe, there's a million other places across the United States that are much, much safer than where we live, for sure.
Not here. Not here.
So, all right. Hey, I think it's 3-question time. What do you think about that?
Do you have 3 questions?
Oh, I can make 3 questions up. You don't have 3
Let's
questions?
Go.
All right.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
Hey, we talked about our sponsor, Celsius Energy Drink.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
We talked about our sponsor, Celsius Energy Drink. Obviously, one name has a big percentage of the energy drink market. It's called Red Bull. Red Bull. What do you think the Red Bull brand is worth right now?
I think the Red Bull brand overall is probably worth, I'm going to go with $8 billion.
You're close. If being close is off by, I don't know, 17 billion dollars. $25 billion. The Red Bull energy brand is worth.
Damn. They have so much more. The energy drink is such a small, like it's not even a blip on the radar of what they do anymore.
The energy drinks?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Well, they have their race events that they do. They have their production things. They have like Red Bull Radio. They have like
but doesn't that cost some money? I thought that cost some money. I thought they would. I thought that would be a debit. They're I didn't think that was for profit. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know. Hey, maybe I'm full of shit. I don't know. And I probably am.
$25 billion.
All I know is I was standing in line the other day, Saturday afternoon, and I was in line to get a drink, and there was these two teenage girls in front of me, and they were sitting there talking, and I was kind of zoning out, but she goes, I had this. I think it was I think she said Monsters. I just had a Monster energy drink. I can't live without those Monster energy drinks. And I wanted to be like, you're like 14 years old. You should have like endless energy. What the hell do you need a fucking energy drink for when you're that young? Like, what? She's like, I can't even function without them.
I had somebody tell me they're 11 and 12-year-old, they drink coffee every day. I'm like, they're 11 and 12. They don't fucking need coffee. They don't need coffee.
No, you should not be able to drink coffee at least until you can make your own decision, until you can take care of yourself, right?
Until you can make your own coffee.
Until you can make your own coffee.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. My first question, Rich. Did you see the spat between Eddie Hall and Hafthor Bjornsson?
I don't know who those people
By the way you're looking at me, you don't even know who I'm talking about. Eddie Hall had
I don't know who they are.
Eddie Hall had the world record for the most amount of weight deadlifted. And recently, Hafthor Bjornsson broke that record. Then they got into basically a pissing contest because Eddie Hall was accusing him of certain things that Hafthor didn't really appreciate.
What was he accusing him of?
Let's just say he was enhancing himself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you think they all are?
I would think so for the amount of weight that they lift. Anyway, they decided that they were going to take their grudge match to the boxing ring. So they trained and they had a boxing match, which went on last Saturday, and was actually pretty entertaining. I just saw the highlights of it. I didn't watch the full thing, but anyway, Hafthor Bjornsson beat him. Knocked him down a couple times. These are two big men. They both weighed in at over 300 pounds. These are two mountainous men. So my question to you is, how much do you think, what do you think the deadlifting record was that quote unquote Thor Bjornsson broke the record? How much weight do you think he lifted?
I feel like I'm going to be way off. I'm going to say 1,124 pounds.
Ooh, you are pretty close, my friend. 1104, 1104.52.
Dude,
pounds.
That's a win.
That's a
win.
You're right there. You're knocking on the door. You're rounding third. You're rounding third on that.
I'm off by 20 pounds. Yeah, that's a win. That's a win. Good job, Richard.
Take it. I'm giving it to you. That's a little feather in your cap there. Nice job.
Yeah, that's a win. That's a win. I was going to go a little higher than that. My first inclination was in the 12s, and then I backed off for some reason.
I think all my bowels would come out of my body if I tried to lift.
Yeah, you'd have your intestines, your large intestines, your small
just be on the ground,
sitting on the ground. Oh, gosh. Just somebody stuff them back in. Stuff those back in. Put them where they belong.
Oh, man.
Jesus. What are we doing here? Hey, we're going Red Bull. I'm fascinated by the Red Bull story. It just amazes me. We've got a $25 billion company. What year and what country was Red Bull founded?
Man, I'm going to say Red Bull was invented in Austria, and I am going to say
Ding, 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 ding.
Is that right?
Yeah, 100%.
Hell yeah. And I'm going to say in
I think you're going to go high.
I'm probably going to go high. I'm going to say
Going to go
2002.
high.
2002? No.
No, 1984.
What?
1984 Red Bull was started.
What?
That's what it said.
There was I don't recall seeing Red Bull when I was in high school.
No, you probably didn't have it here. There was probably a small company in Austria that gave little shots of energy and didn't get here. I don't know what year it came here.
Gotcha.
But 1984, but it was founded in Austria. How'd you know that?
I don't know. It seems like Red Bull have you wings, those commercials. I don't know. They seem kind of Austrian.
Okay. That was a great guess. That was awesome. I would never have guessed that.
Obviously we've been tracking Iron Fam throughout his journey of being a Guinness Book World Record holder. He has traveled to 4 continents in the last 4 weeks to do races. He recently traveled from 1 week in Australia to Argentina to race the next weekend. How many miles apart do you think they are?
From Australia to Argentina?
Yep.
Is that what we're asking?
That's what we're asking.
6,621 miles.
You're about 1,200 miles off. 7,889 miles.
7,889?
Yep.
My guess is pretty good. Off by half a continent.
I'll give you a C on that.
B minus. I'm taking a B minus.
You're giving yourself a B minus.
Yes. What percentage of the energy drink market does Red Bull carry?
Red Bull.
As of 2022, this year.
As of 2022,
there's a lot of players in the.
I was going to say, I think they've carried less of the market space now, but I still think they hold 75% of the market.
They're at 35%, and another brand who we already discussed has 26. Monster has 20%. Yeah, which had 12%.
Wow.
They have 26% of the market. So together, combined, they have 61% of like a $40 billion a year market or something.
What's number? What's number?
That's
3?
all I have.
Okay.
That's all
I'm just curious.
Is there another one? What would the other one? It would probably be Celsius.
No, like Bang or
I think Bang is new on the scene. What's the other one?
I don't know. All I know is I like Coke I like Coke coffee.
Oh, I've gone there. We have some. I've done that. It's good. It's really good. We bought some on your recommendation. We have some here. There's some in the refrigerator now, and we've had it. It is good. I like it.
Yes, I like it too.
It's no Celsius. It's no Celsius.
It's different though, because you get the little pick me up with the the sugar rush too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Obviously, you've seen everything going on with March Madness, or maybe you haven't, but I'm sure you probably heard since you don't have a television. But we're down to the Sweet 16.
I have watched some basketball. I watched some of that.
Okay. So we're down to the Sweet 16. There's been a lot of upsets. Obviously, Kentucky lost in the first, then Baylor lost. Who you got winning?
I don't know who do you have? I don't even know who's still.
So
I do know that there were some upsets. I do know that what was the New Jersey
St. Peter's
school that St. Peter's? Yeah, they had like 14 black kids and one little scrawny looking, Weasley looking white guy, and he was a badass. His name was like Todd or something, and he was just so good. And hey, if you have a team like that and you have all these guys and they look like this, and then you have this one guy, that guy's good at basketball. He's good. We didn't just bring him in because he wasn't good. He's really good. His name's like Todd. His name was like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The guy with a little mustache.
I don't know. He had the
Cameron kid on there. He was so
Cameron,
good. He was so good.
The Cameron Smith mustache.
Yes, he was so good.
I am going with my pick to win it all was Gonzaga. They're still in it. My pick to play them in the championship was Arizona. They're still in it. Yeah, so I don't know. I picked the Zags to win. It'd be nice to see them.
Are you in a pool? Are you in a?
I am in a pool, and I still have 3 of my top 4 teams. I thought I had Baylor losing earlier before the Final Four, but apparently when I went and looked at my bracket, I had them into the Final Four. So I was disappointed about that. There's a guy who has the same exact final 2 teams as I do with the same winner, so I can't win my bracket because he chose a couple more teams in the early rounds than I did. So I will not win my bracket, but I am not going to finish last. So nice. I'll call that a win.
If we take that guy out, you could still win. We can Nancy Kerrigan him.
Why?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, God.
We could take that guy out. What's his name?
His so he works with me. His name is Alex. He is 6'8", a mammoth. He played basketball. He's a big dude. He's about 280.
Wow, we're not taking him out.
I would need the bat. Otherwise I'm not doing any damage to him.
And you're a big dude. You're a big dude. But we're not taking Alex out.
No, Alex would take his 2 big bear claw hands that he has and just.
Whoa! What does Alex do for you guys?
He's a loan officer.
Nice. Does he do well for himself?
He does. He does very well for himself. Yep.
Good, man. I'm happy for Alex.
Yeah, he's a big teddy bear, but he's I wouldn't want to be on I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of Alex.
Understood.
Yeah,
I got you. All right, Dan, that's all I have for tonight. So now
that's all that I had for everybody. Please text us, email us, Daniel Reed, REED13 for our next segment that we're all going to look forward to. Don't be a douche.
Be a douche. Don't be a douche. Hey, I did want to talk to you real quick about the 2-in-1 shampoo.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
I know last episode we talked about 2-in-1 shampoo, and we both agreed that, hey, man, why have a shampoo and conditioner? So tonight I found myself in a pickle. I was in a jam. I realized that my body wash was empty. I had no body wash. So I just went ahead and went 2-in-1 shampoo plus, made it into a body wash. And I felt clean, man. I didn't feel any less clean. I feel like I can go all 3 right there.
Listen,
what do you think?
It's still soap, right? You're still cleaning your body. It's not like it's going to clean you less. Yeah. Your hair gets really dirty. You don't have hair on your body. It's got to get you just as clean.
Well, I do have hair on my body. I'm kind of a Sasquatch.
Well, not as much as on that nice head of hair you got up there.
Yeah,
you got the chin up too.
So now my 2-in-1 has gone 3-in-1.
I like it.
I'm just using it all.
There are some products out there that claim that they're 3-in-1. So
are there?
Yeah.
Can you get it at the dollar store?
Probably Publix.
I'm not buying my hair products at Publix.
You're right. You seem
That's
like
for
a
rich people.
You seem
That's
like
for you rich people.
You seem like a Pert Plus guy.
Pert Plus? I don't know which I am. It's in the green bottle. I've never heard my wife
Pert
buy.
Plus or Irish Springs. You might be an Irish Springs guy.
I don't know. You might be. I'll check and let you know. But I just wanted to let you know that I've discontinued the body wash, and I'm just going to go full shampoo. I went from 2-in-1 to 3-in-1.
Is the
Today.
shampoo less expensive than a body wash?
I have no knowledge of that. I have zero knowledge. I don't. If we're on Price is Right and you said, how much is that little thing of body wash? I couldn't tell you. I had no idea. It might be $3 or it might be $7. I have no idea.
Are you
I couldn't tell you within a dollar.
Are you a loofah guy, or are you
I do loofah, yes. No,
for sure.
Definitely
Anybody that doesn't use a loofah is missing out. I mean,
Yeah.
you get the right amount of soap in the loofah, do your whole body. I'm not.
But you can do it with your hair product too, and put it in your, just your whole body now. Yeah. But a loofah is a good play.
For sure. If you've never tried a loofah and you're intimidated by it, go buy one, and it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life.
Wow. Dan, we started the night with you saying, I'm going to change your life tonight. And we finished the night with you saying, I'm going to change your life tonight. How many times have you said that?
This was a good episode.
My life has changed. Dan, love you. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. I'll talk to you in a couple weeks, man. See you.
Sounds good, buddy. Take care.
Later.